Hello and what's up, guys? My name is Tavon. We're back here with the Hornets Daily podcast, sponsored by FanArc, and we got a lot to discuss for today. Let's get started with the action and go towards the game that happened in Orlando. As you guys know, the Hornets defeated the Orlando Magic 120-105 tonight in a very stunning win, to say the least. This Orlando Magic team has been one of the best defensive teams out there since the season started. But has lacked a little bit on the offensive end. Part of it is due to Paulo Banchero basically being out for a little bit. He's now back into the lineup after maybe 5 to 10 games ago. So the simple fact of the matter, they're still trying to catch their bearings. It's been Desmond Bane and Anthony Black that's been helping out this team in scoring. And in this case, they did not get a lot of contributions from a lot of people. Meanwhile, for the Hornets side of things, it looks fantastic. Knippel started off the game with the first 16 first quarter points. It looked like he was about to go on a historic game run. We'll get more onto his injury prior to the second topic for today. But the Hornets looked really good in terms of the first quarter. They shot out, got pretty much almost close to 40 points in that first quarter, and then pretty much slowed down a little bit in the second quarter. Third quarter picked it back up, and then finally in the fourth quarter put things away. It was at one point that was leading by 22. The Orlando Magic pretty much just could not catch up, and it looks like they gave up at a certain point of time, in which they pretty much lost the game out from that point of view. And again, this Hornets team put out a lot of effort, a lot of concentrated effort to pretty much make sure to get on the glass. Moussa Diabate again with the start at the center spot, following the same lineup as always with LaMelo, Knippel, Brandon Miller, Miles Bridges, and Moussa Diabate. And boy, oh boy, did it work out the way it worked out. The Hornets sting the Magic from this point on. Miles Bridges, 6 of 13 shooting, 2 of 6 from the three-point line, 11 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 offensive rebounds, 1 steal, 3 blocks in the game. He played tremendous, especially with no true center minutes in the sense of things. He contributed on a high level, and especially basically put up some very good numbers for this team. Moussa Diabate, we will talk about more of him, and the development team has things, but man, oh man, he had a good game as well. Brandon Miller, 5 of 16, 2 of 5 from the three-point line, 15 points, just hitting a mark for, I believe on the broadcast, they had like a little FanDuel section with him where pretty much he had to hit a certain number of points over and under. At least he hit 15, so for the people that basically placed the bet for Brandon Miller to at least get 15 or more, you're probably going to go away for a push or maybe a win. Who knows? But again, Brandon Miller hits 15. He got it. LaMelo Ball, 7 of 20, didn't shoot well. 4 of 10 from the three-point line, but he did pass the ball. He did rebound, and he did hit some shots. He hit 4 of 10 from the three-point line, 40%. We'll take it. 4 of 6 from the free throw line. 7 rebounds, 5 assists in this game. He has 6 turnovers. A little distance from that point of view, and again, a lot of shots being put up, but again, can't discredit what he did to the game, and pretty much hit some very timely shots for this Hornets team. Knippel, again, 16 points, 5 of 7 shooting, 3 rebounds, 4 of 4 from the three-point line. Had a good stretch of that first quarter. He was on fire. Looks like he was going to hit some very key shots, especially coming through. CRJ, 0 of 2, 0 of 2, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 0 points for this game, provided minutes and provided a little bit of energy and hustle for the game, despite not scoring points. Trey Mann, 0 of 2, 0 of 2, 3 assists, 2 rebounds, did what he can from this game point of view. Obviously, we're going to impact the younger players. Tijan Solun, 6 of 7, 2 of 3 from the three-point line, 8 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 block, 14 points for this game. Josh Green came in for 11 minutes, 2 of 4 shooting, 2 of 4 from the three-point line, 6 points, 1 rebound. And then obviously PJ Hall and Colin Sexton. Colin Sexton with 5 of 9 shooting, 3 of 3. He hit some timely threes in the third quarter, especially when giving rest to LaMelo Ball. And he had 2 assists in the game. He had 1 good dime to Moussa Diabate, which he scored, and another one to PJ Hall, who scored in this one as well. 13 points for Colin Sexton. PJ Hall, 2 of 3 shooting for tonight, 3 of 4. He played really well, had 4 rebounds from that point of view, 1 block, 7 points in this game, 3 or 4 being aggressive onto the free throw lines from that point of view. So again, simple fact of the matter that this young team went into Orlando. Again, Orlando in the past meetings has always bullied the Charlotte Hornets in some form or way. Now the bullied get bullied. As quoted by Zach Randolph. Charlotte Hornets basically come out very on fire from the three-point line, shooting 48%, 19 of 39 from the three-point line, and pretty much getting to the free throw line a lot. 28 times that they got to the free throw line. They didn't capitalize a lot, but they did enough to get the job done, at least, and get the game over and done with. But the biggest takeaway from this game for sure is the rebounding battle. Over plus 20 in rebounding. Right now, the Hornets 69 rebounds to the Magic's 49. It's pure hustle and grit. They got so much possessions out of this game, even though the shot attempts wasn't there. 87 shot attempts compared to the Magic's 90. However, with the Hornets basically getting a lot of offensive rebounds, they was able to get not only a lot of possessions, but a lot of time to waste on those possessions, and thus the Magic, who couldn't hit a lot of shots in this game as well. They shot 39%, 31 from the three-point line, 87 from the free throw line. They just could not continue on, and they couldn't get anything to go so far in this one. So as I said, the Hornets won offensive rebounding, wasting time, getting more time per possession, getting some free throws as well, and then just hitting abundance of shots, especially from the three-point line, compared to the Magic, 11 of 35 shooting, 31%, and pretty much at that point only have 49 rebounds. Same amount of offensive rebounds, 16 offensive rebounds to the Hornets, 16 offensive rebounds, and lower turnover numbers. But again, sending the team, pretty much the Hornets, to the line a lot, but not only that, allowing them to hit threes at a timely matter, but also waste possessions and get more offensive rebounds and more possessions in their hands, shows the difference in this game, and that's why the Hornets won. And again, big win, 2 in a row. Hopefully they can continue on. Their next game for the Hornets will be against the Milwaukee Bucks on Monday, so we got 2 days off from that point of view, Saturday and Sunday, till we get rested, and we'll go back to the Spectrum Center to face off against the Hornets. So I'm pretty sure they're going to get some rest. For the injury report, as we all know, Mason Plumlee didn't play. Ryan Colburn didn't play whatsoever. And from that standpoint as well, from Ryan Colburn not playing and everything else, Liam McNeely went down. Grant Williams is still out with injury. Antonio Reeves went down. KJ Simpson is down in G League assignment as well. For the side of the Orlando Magic's, Maurice Wagner and Franz Wagner didn't play. Jalen Suggs dealing with a hip injury, and Gogo Pataze pretty much was out for this game as well. So Orlando a little bit short-handed, especially with Suggs and Franz Wagner as well, but still a win is a win. They still had Paolo Pincheiro, Wendell Carter, Anthony Black. They still had capable pieces to pretty much put up and score in this game. Anthony Black was the high man with 24 points, 8 of 17 shooting. There's only one person or a few people that shot over 50%, which was Wendell Carter, Jace Richardson, the son of Jason Richardson, by the way, former Bobcat / Hornet. And pretty much from the standpoint, it looks like Tyus Jones as well with 3 of 5 shooting as well. So again, big win for the Hornets. They move up now to 11-20. We also got some news about the standings, which will be the last topic of the show. So let's continue on from here. Con Knippel left with an ankle injury. So this was the unfortunate downside to the Hornets. And yes, a lot of fans thinking that we're cursed. I'm here to tell you guys it's not bad as it seems. Now, yes, Con Knippel is going to be out for maybe a week, maybe some 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks. Who knows? He will not be out for the season. He will not be injured for a extensive period of time. He's not going to be like a 2-month injury or a 1-month injury. It may go up to a month, but it looks solid. He had a right ankle sprain from what it seems like, or potentially seems like. He was able to, after being picked up from the floor and going to the locker room, he was able to put strength in on that ankle. So again, it wasn't as serious of injury. The fact that he's walking through the injury and it's nothing where he's holding on to his ankle severely or basically is not a non-contact injury or anything. Just goes to show that it's just pretty much an ankle sprain. He rolled his ankle on Desmond Bane as he was coming down for a rebound. Desmond Bane was just at the place to pretty much get the rebound. It was no freak. It was a freak accident. It wasn't no dirty play or anything like that. Knippel left after scoring 16 points in the first quarter. I feel for the man. Prayers up to that man, and hopefully the injury is not bad. But what it seems from the MRI, especially from Charles Lee, from late game press conference, he said the simple fact that Knippel's right ankle injury was negative as far as X-rays go, so he's good to go. As far as no bone breakage, no muscle tears, no nothing like that. So again, it seems like Knippel was pretty much escaped with an injury. And it's not going to be that serious as of right now, and potentially will be back maybe within 2 to 3 weeks. Think of it as a LaMelo Ball situation. I understand, Hornets fans, we are cursed. I get it, 100%. However, ladies and gentlemen, it is not that bad. He will be back on the floor soon. He will be the sniper that we always knew. We got to see, obviously he might have like a little slump coming back into things, but again, he has to rehab. Once he does, he should be good to go from that point of view. But again, we're going to be out a couple games without Knippel. Maybe a chance for Antonio Reeves to come back into the lineup or into the roster for the time being, basing off that he's on the two-way. If not, it will probably be KJ Simpson to basically fill up another guard spot. Has Trey Mann or Colin Sexton could fill. Sion James could fill as well. I'm thinking Antonio Reeves as more as a small forward / shooting guard. I think they will add that shooting or place down that shooting and try to help them out as much as possible for this standpoint. But yeah, Knippel is out, ladies and gentlemen. Please plan accordingly for this Milwaukee game, because again, after what happened tonight, especially what we're going to talk about in the fourth topic, it is a huge stretch of game. We really need Khan a lot, especially for his efficiency. Now that he's gone, we got to look for people to step up. The first person I think was supposed to step up is Brandon Miller, of pretty much with 5 of 16 shooting. Did not do what we want him to do, but again, got the win. He provided in other ways. He provides in other ways, such as getting a block and a steal per game. He also gets rebounds. He also gets assists. In this game, he didn't get a rebound. He didn't get assist. He only got 1 rebound, but he get a block. He got a steal. Still something. 15 points out of the man and 2 of 5 shooting. Still something. So again, I want him to be a little bit more efficient, but at this point in time, beggars can't be choosers. At this point, somebody got to take the roles of the scorer. Knippel's not there. We got to see how it goes from there and how the Hornets can develop and how Charles Lee develops his sets from this point of view. Speaking on and going on to the newest topic, we're talking about players in the Big Three. Let's talk about the younger players that's still there. Now, obviously, Knippel's still a young player, but let's talk about the other ones. Let's not focus our attention on the Big Three. Let's talk about the developmental 3. Saloon, if I spelled his name incorrectly, I did. I do apologize for that. It's Salaun. No worries about that. I'll get that fixed for you guys. I do apologize. But T-John, PJ Hall, and Moussa Diabate shine in Orlando. Now, I would say I was going to save these for later. I was going to save the young players for later, which I did. Moussa Diabate, 3 of 4 shooting, 75%. Moose got 4 of 6 from the free throw line. So he was active on the glass. He was getting there. 7 offensive rebounds. 13 rebounds as well in total. 3 assists, 10 points. Another double-double for Musa. He had 3 personal fouls, though, which I felt like was kind of a little shaky, to say the least. But again, 32 minutes, 13 rebounds, 7 of them being pretty much offensive rebounds, and 10 points for the game. Musa has completely transformed his NBA rank or NBA look at, or pretty much prospect or even rankings at this point, from a tweener of a small forward and power forward or power forward / center to now a bona fide small ball center that can pretty much out hustle your other centers that's out there. And he has been doing it at a tremendous rate. I think when Ryan Colburn comes back, Ryan may come off the bench at this point. I feel as though Musa has been doing a great job, not only being a defensive center, basically being able to switch out and do whatever he needs to do, and then the guards basically pick up and getting rebounds, because they are attacking the glass, they are getting rebounds. Everybody's getting their rebounds equally. Miles Bridges with 11. Melo with 7, Sion with 3, Trey Man with 2, T-John with 8, PJ Hall with 4, and everybody else getting a little bits of rebounds from that point on. The Hornets is attacking the glass, and they're getting rebounds, they're getting possession. The problem is pretty much turnovers. But, as I said, ladies and gentlemen, Musa has been out-hustling centers. He's out-hustled Wendell Carter. I don't know if you guys know of Wendell Carter. He's a rebounding machine. He can get rebounds for this Hornets team. For this Magic's team. This Magic's team is usually gritty and a little bit, if anything, on the glass at a high rate. The simple fact that he out-hustled that, and not only that, in the last game as well against Washington, went against Alexander Sarr, a tall Frenchman at that. Both in French, of course, but tall Frenchman at that has skill and potential to basically bang in the post and basically stretch out to the 5. And maybe they put Sarr a little bit more outside, if anything. But the simple fact that he's able to bang in the post and pretty much get those rebounds and come up with the 50-50 balls. It was one point that I believe Jonathan Isaacs had a rebound in his hands, and Musa literally knocked it away, got the offensive rebound, and got another possession for his team at one point in the third quarter. And it just looked like he was just doing it all from that point of view. So again, Musa Diabate, spotlight on him. We cannot talk about the younger players without mentioning T-John Saloon for this game. T-John has been a fan favorite besides from Moose. 6 of 7 shooting, 2 of 3 from the three-point line, 0 of 2 from the free throw line, a little bit of discredit from that point on. But again, 2 offensive rebounds, including a putback dunk at one point, 8 rebounds for this game, and 14 points off the bench with 22 minutes. He got more minutes. He's producing more for this team. It's not an understatement how much he has developed from one stint from the G League, but not only that, or from an entire last year stint from the G League, and pretty much a little bit of games here and there for the Hornets. But not only that, from this year's G League stint, pretty much getting sent down to now, I feel a now guaranteed roster spot for him at this point to pretty much play in the minutes. Now we'll see how it goes with Grant Williams coming back in the fray, or coming back in the mixture, because again, he got to get some minutes as well. However, from this standpoint now, T-John Salone is now pretty much getting threes. He's basically knocking down the consistent. He's making the right plays. He's making good passes. He's getting rebounds. He's playing defense. He is a solid starter, or a solid bench player, or even a 6-man role at this point for this Hornets team. He is outperforming, or doing the same stats, has the number 1 pick of his draft, Zachariah Rasheer, from the Atlanta Hawks. So the fact of the matter that they pretty much have almost identical stats right now, both Frenchmen, of course, but same stats, if anything, is showing a complete difference of pretty much how much development meant for this team and how much this is needed. Next and last subject for the development cycle, PJ Hall. Let's talk about it. This person came in on a short assignment. Didn't seem like he was going to get called up at any point. Unfortunately, Mason Plumlee and Ryan Colburn goes down with injury. They need another center, or need a power forward / center to basically fill in and fill those gaps. He plays 9 minutes tonight. Perfect, and I mean a really good 9 minutes and 18 seconds from PJ Hall. 2 of 3 shooting. 66 from the field goal range. 3 of 4 from the free throw line. He was attacking the lane at any point in time. 1 offensive rebound, 3 defensive rebounds, 4 rebounds in total, with pretty much 7 points from that point of view. And again, a really good highlight dunk, especially off of a dish from Colin Sexton to him off the side and getting the finish. And this is to mind you guys as well, I believe PJ Hall can stretch out and shoot. So the fact that he was just there banging down the post, getting some rebounds, 4 rebounds within 9 minutes and 7 points is good. That is great. 5 on the plus-minus range. Highest plus-minus obviously goes to Miles Bridges, but 5 from 9 minutes is great. PJ Hall made a good Hornets debut for his NBA not his NBA debut, but in a sense this season debut for this Hornets team, and I couldn't be any prouder. That is what we need, especially on this team, especially with centers being down and some supplemental minutes, especially to the young guys, and showing that they belong in the NBA. So Great work from PJ Hall. Great work from all three of these guys. The bigs come out to play, and they doing their job very well. Can't say the same, and I'm always going to be a hater about Tre Mann. I don't care. I don't care what you guys think. I don't care how you guys feel. Tre Mann needs to go. 8 minutes, 0-2 shooting. Did not really contribute besides from 3 rebounds and 2 assists. He got to go. He only got 8 minutes. I feel like those minutes could be suppled up with Colin Sexton more. And again, he had 18 minutes. I feel like Colin Sexton could get 21, 22 of those minutes. Sion could get probably 22, 23 of those minutes. I just don't want to see Tre Mann on my team or on the team anymore. Let's call it a spade a spade. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think of Con, injury, and the developmental team, and then also what I just said. Listen, I completely want Tre Mann off the team, but we're going to move on to the next topic. Standings as of right now. So, as the standings as of right now, unfortunately, and again, I say this unfortunately because this was a really good game between the Philadelphia 76ers and the Chicago Bulls, following after watching the Charlotte Hornets game against the Orlando Magic. The Bulls pull out the victory and beat out Philadelphia in a very close game, one that pretty much Joel Embiid got dunked on. Kobe White had the heroics and pretty much scoring basket. Trey Jones basically getting some layups here and there. This Chicago team put out a gritty win against a real threat of the Eastern Conference and the Philadelphia 76ers that has the 4th seed as of right now. The Toronto Raptors lost against the Washington Wizards tonight, which is kind of crazy as well, to say the least. So the simple fact that they lost, they moved down to number 5, with Toronto moving up to 4. Now we got to talk about the real topic of discussion here, though. The Milwaukee Bucks and the Atlanta Hawks lost. Now the Atlanta Hawks, with that loss against the Miami Heat tonight, the Atlanta Hawks dropped down to number 10. The Milwaukee Bucks are now the 11th seed, or still the 11th seed. They just lost to the Memphis Grizzlies. So the simple fact of the matter is that the Milwaukee Bucks now has went down in terms of games back to the 10th seed, which means with this Hornets win, the Hornets are only 1 game back from the 11th seed, and also they are only 3.5 games back away from the Atlanta Hawks, meaning they are getting increased in standings as of right now. This means that the Hornets, if they continue to win out, if they beat out Milwaukee tomorrow, they will be either tied or at least advanced to now the 11th spot, which means play-in is in sight for this Hornets team. It's always been in sight. However, with this loss with Milwaukee against Grizzlies, if they lose on Monday, and I gotta take a look at the Milwaukee Bucks schedule real quick just to see if it's any more games. I'm pretty sure they don't have any other games after the following, but we're gonna just take a look to. They do play Chicago on Saturday, so that's gonna be a really good game to see. At least if Chicago beats out Milwaukee, Milwaukee could now basically be tied with the Charlotte Hornets for that 11th spot, and from that point of view, if Milwaukee lose against us on Monday, we'll obviously jump up and take the 11th seed from that point on. From that point of view as well, we also got to look at the Atlanta Hawks. Now, the Atlanta Hawks, they got New York on Saturday or tomorrow. So they play in a back-to-back. They got they got New York pretty much coming into town at 8 p.m. on Saturday. Monday, they play OKC. And then Wednesday, they play Minnesota. So they have a tough stretch of games coming up very soon, and this could be a potential chance for the Hornets to move up and get to that 10th spot if needed for the play-in. So we'll see how it goes from that point of view. But the Hornets, as I said, their upcoming schedule as of right now seems a little bit. I'm not gonna say it seems gonna be easy because it's not easy. It's never an easy road. They got the Milwaukee Bucks coming up on Monday, as I said. Wednesday they got Golden State, which is gonna be the end of the year game. Which I'm pretty sure a lot of people can go out to, especially with Steph Curry coming in to his hometown, especially from that point of view. And then following after that on Friday, Milwaukee Bucks again on Friday, and then Saturday against Chicago Bulls, and then Monday against OKC on that July 5th. So again, if we can get those wins, if we can get that win against Milwaukee, get a win against the Warriors, get a win against the Bucks again, get a win against Chicago, we are in the play-in or potentially get into the play-in for the 10th seed. Can the Hornets do it? We have to see. We got to see how they basically mature as far as not turning over the ball, not basically giving up a lot of offensive rebounds, because it's games where they do. I'm pretty sure with Musa now being at the center spot, we wouldn't. But we also cannot give up a lot of threes as well. So hopefully we can do that. Hopefully we can shut them down. And from this standpoint, hopefully this Hornets team can continue to move on and press on without one of their star players, Con Knipple, as of right now. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below about tonight's game against the Orlando Magic. Let me know what you guys think about Con Knipple's injury. Let me know what you thought about Saloon, about Hall, about Diabate, and about how they played tonight against Orlando. And lastly, how you think about their chances of the upcoming games against these teams coming up for the potential chance of the 10th seed. All in the comment section below. We're going to be out of here from Hornets Daily. Make sure that you, if you did like this video, make sure you like it. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, as we always got content every day for the Hornets. And this is sponsored by Fan Art. My name is Tavon. Have a good one, ladies and gentlemen.